Madam President, this is a bill that will name the federal courthouse in Salt Lake City. Yep, I was going to give my remarks and then go to that. Madam President, this is legislation that will name the federal courthouse in Salt Lake City. It was completed a few years ago after my friend and former colleague, and also a longtime mentor of mine, Senator Orrin G. Hatch. Senator Hatch, long before he became a statesman, was a lawyer. And not just any lawyer, he was a lawyer's lawyer. He was really good. He received the prestigious Martindale-Hubbell AV rating as a litigator. His skills as a litigator were so good that they helped convince some of his friends and neighbors that he ought to seek public office. The first public office that he sought as an elected official was to the United States Senate. He was elected in 1976. He then served in the United States Senate from 1977 all the way up until 2019. During that 42-year time period, Senator Hatch had a profound impact not only on the United States Senate and his colleagues here, and he certainly did. He was a friend to everyone who knew him. He also had a much broader impact, one that will have far-reaching, lasting, durable impacts on the federal court system. I took a look at a list of all federal district judges, the trial court judges who serve on the federal bench from Utah, ever since our statehood. There are only about 20 people on that list. All but 5 of those came onto the court either during or right after. In other words, with some input, significant input from Senator Hatch. Senator Hatch has also been a part of every judicial nomination and the confirmation process during that same 42-year period. And I can't think of any other Utahn in the history of our state who has had anywhere near the kind of impact on the federal judiciary as Senator Hatch. And it's not just that he served on the committee throughout that time period that confirmed judicial nominees, whether to federal district courts, to the courts of appeals, or to the Supreme Court. He certainly did have a lot of impact there. But his impact even went further than that. You see, because he sought to be a mentor to people interested in the law and in public policy everywhere. His service had an impact certainly on me as one of countless lawyers and other people interested in law and public policy in this country. I remember watching proudly and with great admiration as he conducted himself as a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee during the Robert Bork confirmation hearings. He had a certain commitment to the rule of law and to fundamental fairness that would be owed to anyone nominated to that or any other judicial position. And he was willing to make sure that the Senate did its job and that it didn't get mired in the politics of the day. He has a great quote on this topic where he said, "Politics must not undermine the principles and standards we apply to every judicial nomination." I watched over the years, in part because I had first seen him participate in the Bork hearings. That got me interested in the Senate. In part because of that example, that got me interested as a teenager to apply to be a Senate page. I later became a Senate page appointed by Senator Hatch. I got to see him carry out his activities as a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee. And from then on, I always watched with careful attention when he was handling a judicial confirmation hearing. I watched through the years as he handled the nomination hearings of individuals including Justice Thomas, Justice Ginsburg, later Justice Alito, my former boss. In each instance, he treated judicial nominees and literally hundreds of others like them with dignity and respect, but also with the amount of thorough attention that a lifetime appointment to the federal judiciary demands. In addition to this, he also liked to try to foster in others a genuine interest in the law. I remember when I was serving as a law clerk to Federal District Judge Dee Benson in Salt Lake City. one of the brightest and most capable jurists ever to serve on the federal bench, whether in Utah or anywhere else. He was a good friend, a longtime ally and confidant of Senator Hatch's. Remember, while I was clerking for Judge Benson right after I graduated from law school, Senator Hatch came by and just held a roundtable discussion with all the federal judges. He not only seemed, but was in fact conversant on all kinds of issues of the law, not just the hot button issues that people think of when they watch the news, but he was delving into arcane details of the law that really made me proud to have him representing me in the United States Senate from the state of Utah. I got to know Senator Hatch even better after I got elected to the Senate, and he and I had the opportunity to work together as colleagues. Throughout all these experiences, I've come to revere him as someone who reveres the law. And so for these reasons, I've concluded that it's fitting for us to name this federal courthouse in Utah after him. It's difficult to imagine anyone who has had the same impact on the federal judiciary, who has ever lived in or served from our state as Senator Hatch. And now, Madam President, I'd like to yield some time to my colleague, the senator from Utah. Madam President, I'm grateful that my colleagues have chosen to allow this to pass into law. It's a great day for Senator Hatch, for the state of Utah, and for the United States of America. I note the absence of a quorum and yield the floor.